In a world that often measures wealth in dollars and cents, a young girl named Lily taught everyone a lesson about the true currency of life: kindness. Her story begins with a profound loss, the passing of her beloved father. He wasn't a rich man. In fact, he left behind very little in terms of material possessions. All Lily had to remember him by was his only pair of shoes, worn and weathered but filled with the memories of a man who had walked miles to provide for his family. Clutching the shoes to her chest, Lily felt an overwhelming sense of grief, but also a deep understanding of her father's spirit. He was a man who gave, even when he had nothing. He believed that a single act of kindness could ripple out and change the world. Inspired by his memory, Lily decided to honor him in the most fitting way she could imagine. She wouldn't sell the shoes or keep them locked away in a box. Instead, she would give them to someone who truly needed them. That very afternoon, as a cold wind swept through the streets, Lily saw a man sitting on a park bench. He was dressed in simple, worn-out clothes, and his own shoes were falling apart, barely protecting his feet from the biting chill. His face was etched with a quiet sadness that resonated with her own. Without a second thought, Lily approached him. Her heart pounded in her chest, a mix of nervousness and resolve. "Excuse me, sir," she said softly, her voice barely a whisper. The man looked up, his eyes weary but kind. "I saw your shoes," she continued, and I wanted to give you these." She held out her father's shoes. "They belonged to my dad. He passed away recently. He was the kindest person I knew, and I think he would have wanted someone who needs them to have them." The man was taken aback. He looked from the sturdy, well-cared-for shoes to the young girl's earnest face. He could see the tears welling in her eyes, a testament to the sacrifice she was making. He didn't say much at first, simply accepting the gift with a nod of profound gratitude. He carefully took off his tattered shoes and slipped his feet into the new pair. They fit perfectly. A strange, unreadable emotion flickered across his face. He looked at Lily and said, "Thank you. You have no idea what this means to me." What Lily didn't know was that this man was no ordinary stranger. He was Arthur Vance, a reclusive millionaire who had grown disillusioned with the world. He had everything money could buy, but he felt empty, surrounded by people who only wanted him for his fortune. To reconnect with humanity, he often disguised himself and walked among the people, searching for a sign, any sign, that genuine goodness still existed. And in that moment, he found it. Lily's simple, selfless act pierced through the cynicism that had built up around his heart. Here was a girl who had next to nothing, giving away one of her most precious possessions, a tangible link to her late father, to a complete stranger. It wasn't about charity. It was about shared humanity. It was pure, unadulterated compassion. Tears streamed down Arthur's face, something that hadn't happened in decades. These weren't tears of sadness, but of overwhelming gratitude and awe. He saw in Lily's gesture the echo of his own humble beginnings, a time when a small kindness from a stranger had changed the course of his life. He had spent years building an empire of wealth, but this poor girl, with her single act of generosity, had just shown him what true riches looked like. The next day, a sleek black car pulled up in front of Lily's small, run-down home. Arthur Vance, now dressed in a fine suit, stepped out and knocked on her door. When Lily answered, she gasped, recognizing the man from the park. He smiled warmly and explained everything, who he was, and why her act of kindness had moved him so deeply. "You gave me more than just a pair of shoes," Arthur told her, his voice thick with emotion. "You gave me hope. You reminded me that the greatest wealth we can ever possess is the love we have in our hearts and the kindness we choose to share." From that day forward, Arthur Vance became a part of Lily's life. He didn't just give her money, he gave her opportunity. He set up a trust fund to ensure she would have the best education and a future free from financial worry. But more than that, he became the father figure she had lost, a mentor and a friend. Inspired by her, he went on to establish a charitable foundation in her father's name, dedicated to performing acts of kindness for those in need, ensuring that the legacy of one good man and the compassionate heart of his daughter would continue to ripple out and touch countless lives. Their story serves as a powerful and beautiful reminder that you don't need to have a lot to give a lot. True generosity isn't measured by the size of the gift, but by the size of the heart it comes from. It reminds us that sometimes the most unexpected miracles are born from the simplest acts of love. A pair of old shoes given with a pure heart didn't just change 2 lives. It reignited a belief in the goodness of humanity. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need a little reminder of the good in the world. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more inspiring stories. Until next time, remember to be kind.